Do animals need to feel like they matter?
I mean, are we talking about like household pet animals?
Yeah, mainly because that's the only kind of animals that I know.
Are those the only kind of animals that you believe in, or like
No, I
are the
believe,
rest
yeah,
just resources?
yeah, I believe in all the other animals. Like all of them. I believe in all the animals.
Like, do you like cuddle snakes?
I don't know. There's a difference between believing in a snake and cuddling with a snake.
I don't know
You're,
about that. Like, I
you go
feel
too
like
far, sir. You overreach.
every animal has a place in the ecosystem. Like every animal matters in that
Yeah.
sense.
But should they feel like they matter?
I mean, it doesn't matter what they feel as long as they fulfill their role. Otherwise, I'd be cuddling snakes all
Yeah,
day.
out the door. Yeah, either fulfill your purpose or is that what?
I mean, it's not so much that like animals
Oh.
can step outside of their role. Like
That's what I was on board with.
that's like if
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the middle of greatness. Hope you're having a good afternoon. If you're watching, then you know the gentleman across from me. If you're watching this show live, this is Bill Goodman. Let's give him a hand. Yeah,
man, oh,
he's making great show so
my.
far. You're making great show so far.
I'm doing
Yeah,
I'm
doing good.
doing okay. I'm doing
Yeah.
adequately.
What's up with the square tattoo?
Square.
That's almost as creative as mine.
Well, it is. No, I think we're both on the same wavelength as far as tattoos go. This is a square.
Yeah. Did it start out a square?
It did. It did. A lot of people ask if it's a cover-up, but
It
it's
was just a square.
just a good old-fashioned square.
Yeah.
Um,
Does it have a personal meaning to you? Are you a square?
I'm not. In some ways, I'm the square, but see, a square is like equal on all sides.
Yeah.
And
So you're well
it's kind
balanced.
of that's the whole thing. You're the first person who's actually
Really?
like gotten that like right from the get-go.
Does that mean you're well balanced, or that's your goal?
That's the goal. That's the goal. I'm not. I'm like you see the ads for like a well-balanced breakfast. I'm like a hot pocket in the morning.
Right.
Like, I'm
yeah.
not
You're
balanced.
like the Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
You're like the lucky Charms of human life.
That's a really that makes me real sad to think about. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think
But
it's
also happy
probably
at the same
right.
time because those marshmallows fucking rock.
I hate the marshmallows.
You hate Lucky
I
Charms
hate the marshmallows. I take the
Oh my
marshmallows out.
goodness.
I don't even, dude. No, I'm not doing that. You're not supposed to eat marshmallows. That's like eating
They
Cookie
probably made me
Crisp. You
sick
can't.
at this age, but man, I loved them when I was a kid.
They get
Lucky Charms
soggy and.
And the original Cookie Crisp. Like somebody said, who was it that said on stage the other day that when they were kids, Cookie Crisp was actually cookies. Like, have you had Cookie Crisp these days?
I'm a
a-
self-respecting adult,
It's
so
an
no.
empty husk of a cookie. It's like puffed corn flavored like a cookie.
I mean, you don't eat corn cookies?
You eat corn cookies?
I'll eat any kind of cookie. I don't
I eat
care.
corn fritters. Yeah, those are pretty good.
Corn fritters are great. Corn fritters are. It really any kind of fritter, I think.
Sweet poppin' corn fritters. Yeah.
You slap
Aunt Sally's sweet poppin' corn fritters.
If you put that on a Zapp's package, I'm going to buy that in a second.
Done. But this question of whether animals should matter or not, I wonder about this. You know, we feed our dogs food that we wouldn't eat.
It's
Feed
true.
our cat, and I do.
Yeah.
I do. Like this isn't even a confession. It's like, yeah, that's the way we do it. You know.
I mean, yeah.
But then we give them. Sometimes I give them a piece of turkey, to let them know, hey, all this time you spend in my house bored, just to keep us entertained, you deserve it. Good job.
This is
Here's
what
some-
it's all
here's
for.
Some turkey. You matter.
You get your yearly turkey wage.
And I wonder if they get the message that they matter. Do they even know that they matter?
I
to
think
me?
the mattering is kind of beyond
They don't
the
get
animal's
it.
comprehension. I think that they.
You don't think they feel it? Maybe they feel it because they just got some turkey.
I think that when it comes
Their God just gave them turkey.
to dogs specifically, I think it's either like hate or love. I don't feel like there are any in betweens really.
Yeah.
I think mattering is a concept that's.
There's got to be an in between. It's gauged on from bite to lick.
Now, my only glimpse into a dog's psyche is watching Homeward Bound 7 times as a kid. So I don't know for sure.
You didn't watch The Incredible Journey?
I don't
You didn't
know.
watch Old Yeller?
I don't watch animal snuff films.
You
So
didn't
no.
watch Where the Red Fern Grows?
That's really literally watching a plant grow. I'm not going to do that.
You didn't watch Cujo?
I watched Cujo. Cujo was good.
Okay.
Cujo.
Well, then you know. You know how dogs are.
I don't know. I'm not. If I knew how dogs are, I would be a veterinarian and not an IT person / comedian.
Oh, you just seen Cujo. Yeah, you get it. You get it. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see. Here's why I was asking. Okay, because the other day I was watching these three birds. Okay, and there was two birds. Two of them were red, and one of them was tan, but they both looked kind of the same kind of bird,
Okay.
like shape and size, and they were kind of all hopping around together. But I wondered, are these guys all friends? Do they hang out with one another? Or are they just did they happen to land in the same spot and they're like, I'm cool if you're cool?
Okay.
You
Like,
know,
were they hanging out, or were they just like in line to do something?
they were just hopping around looking for food.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, this is like a social scene.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, whether they understand the word or not, this is a social scene. Three animals of the same species in the same space, all trying to do the same thing. They're trying to find food.
Okay.
So I'm like, how long are they going to get along? Because I don't think that this is the same family. And I'm sitting there watching.
That's true, but also 3 of the same species, 2 of them the same, 1 of them not the same.
Right.
That's also the plot for Three's Company.
Yeah, and they got along for episode after episode
They
after
did.
episode. So there's no telling where this is going.
It's
Yeah.
gonna end in one of them dying at some
Yeah,
point.
the tan guy could be the leader.
I think so. I
Yeah.
don't know why the leader has to be a guy, Joey, but okay.
Yeah, well, guy, it's a gender guy's a gender neutral term these days. Guys, we got to have one. Yeah, I don't like saying ladies and gentlemen every time I'm referring to the whole world. I
Yeah.
also don't like saying world, and people is a little talking down to.
What do you say instead of world?
You say guys.
Okay. Just guys.
Yeah,
Just guys.
Yeah.
Guys for everything.
yeah. People of Earth, citizens.
Guys.
Of the Federation.
Guys of guys.
Guys of guys.
Guys of guys.
You are the guys of guys. All right. What's your first memory?
My first memory was falling off of a tricycle at the ripe age of 3. I was in my aunt's driveway, and
So your existence begins with you off the tricycle, or in the midst of falling, or before it?
right before, like the second where I knew that the panic of knowing that something's wrong, that's where everything kecked in.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I think remembering my first memory is weird.
What was your first memory?
I told this to Olivia on another show. I like talking about first memories. It was me waking up, my grandma taking me to a drawer where she pulled out a green and yellow like jumper, like a frog suit, but it was like pajamas or something. And I put them on. That was my first memory.
Okay.
Yeah. But I knew there were things that I knew in that memory. Like I knew that was my great grandma.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I don't remember how I knew that.
you had certain past things assigned to that
Yeah.
memory that you
It's
got.
it's like a simulation just fired up,
Okay.
And all of a sudden like there are things about my character that just are, This is my great grandma. This is where I've lived for a while. I knew that my mom would call me on a regular basis. She wasn't taking care of me at the time.
Yeah.
She did later, but I knew kind of where she was and what she was doing.
I have a similar thing with my first memory. Whenever I was on the bike right before I fall, I know that I remember preferring not falling, but then I just did it
Right.
anyway.
Yeah, the innate sense to not fall.
Yeah, that's really the basic human survival instinct is don't fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you for feeling that way. Are you a clean freak or no?
Absolutely not. I am
Yeah.
I am a trash person. Like
Yeah.
if there was, I probably have like a pet raccoon in my bedroom that I don't even know about. That's how trashy I am.
Do you like this about yourself? I'm not judging, by the way. I
Liking-
am going somewhere with this.
Liking it and being like okay with it, like,
It's
as far as who I am as a
it's-
person.
It is what it is.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You don't have any desire to. It's working for you.
It's not work. It's not working against
It's
me.
not working against
Yeah.
you. It's not a benefit. Well, you get extra time. You get extra free time.
I get so much extra time,
Yeah, from all that not clean.
but I get a lot of time taken away like looking for things. Though,
That's true.
so it's
I
one
wonder
of those.
I wonder if it balances out.
And that pet raccoon doesn't help out.
Like the most simple version of karma.
I think it probably resolves to about the same as if I cleaned everything up, but I don't know.
Yeah, I decided, I just kind of accepted in my later life that I'm a bit of a bohemian.
Okay.
You know, I just I mean, I'm not by any means a filthy person, but I mean, how many days have you worn your jeans there?
This has been the third day. This
Yeah,
is the third day
this
I've
is
been
at
wearing these
least the
things.
third day for these jeans,
Okay.
and I don't care.
We're doing good.
Yeah,
We're doing
that's
good
what
on the pants
jeans are
front.
made for.
Dude, there we go.
Jeans don't stink.
Now I've also worn every other article of clothing for 3 days.
Oh, really?
So that might
That's
be
that's unacceptable.
poor. That might be in poor taste.
Yeah,
But it'll be fine.
yeah.
It'll be fine.
That actually says that you're a really poor person.
It's
Well,
well,
the only set of clothes that you have.
I want people to judge me based on my personality and my looks instead of what I'm wearing.
Yeah, yeah. Which also says that you're a poor person.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
Joey, I'm really trying my
Trying your
best.
bestest.
I'm trying to keep this facade that like I'm not a trash person. And then they come over to my
Yeah.
house and they see everything, and then they know.
You and me both, man. My mom was a clean freak. She was a like I look back and it felt normal to me, and maybe that is normal.
Yeah.
But you know, the house was always clean, and she was almost the sole person responsible for that. Every now and then she would get me kicking gear and clean something, but it was like pulling teeth to get me to clean my room.
Heck yeah. Getting a teenage boy to clean, or a young boy to clean,
Yeah.
is. I would have rather cut off my hand than to grab a bottle of Windex as a kid.
Yeah.
So,
I
again,
mean, I did that. I cleaned glass tables and I mowed the lawn and stuff like that, but it was all by force.
yeah, you never like.
Yeah.
No kid wakes up and like, I think I'm gonna cut the grass. I think I'm gonna pull out the
Yeah.
old weed whacker.
My mom tried to teach me to care about that stuff. She tried to teach me to care about mowing the lawn. She tried to teach me to care about washing the dishes, about cleaning the house, and it just didn't stick. In my adult life, I tried for a long time to be the way that she taught me to be, to you know, wash dishes on a regular basis, to to keep my space clean and stuff like that. But it just never. It was like an uphill battle for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I begin to wonder, you know, this is just the way we are. Like we live in a world where, you know, if you don't know how to get your space clean, there's something disorganized about your brain or something like that.
Like, is there something in
Yeah.
your DNA that makes you not like want to do
Yeah,
it? Or
who
okay.
knows? Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
it could be
but I
anything.
think that there's a stigma to, you know, are that person just they're just trashy.
Okay.
You know, because their room isn't clean.
I'm trying to think of a really successful person who has been like notably dirty.
Yeah, can you think of anybody?
They made that movie Willard about that dude about all the rats, but that's the closest I got.
Willard and the Rats. Well, but by the time these guys get famous enough for us to even look at whether they're clean or dirty, they have somebody else cleaning their house.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
There's just no telling.
I feel like even if I got that level, I say this, I could totally change. I don't know myself. I could change anytime. I feel like I wouldn't do that, but
No. I mean, there's no way that Dave Attell's a clean freak.
probably
I think
not.
he might be.
I think David Tell has some secrets that not everyone knows.
These are his.
I think David
skeletons.
Tell was most ashamed that he likes a clean bedroom.
It's like, don't show up in my house.
That's why he's never been
Way
on
too
MTV
clean.
Cribs. Look it up.
Yeah, but I don't care about clean dishes. All I care is whether I have a fork and a dish to eat with.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. All right. So we talked about this incident this morning. Where you demeaned me in public.
Oh.
You challenged me. You put me in my place. This little shirt off incident that Carson didn't even know about. Explain yourself. How can you? How can you get so psychotic
I don't think so.
with me?
I think these are really.
You had
these
your
are
shirt
really- these are
over
really
your shoulders,
poor
and you were
adjectives.
in my face like, look at me, Joey. Look at my eyes, Joey.
Is it
Look at
so
me right
much?
now.
Is it so much to ask that you show me some attention, Joey? Is that so much to ask? No, I think these are all. I don't think those adjectives are right. I don't think psychotic is the right way to
No,
put it.
maybe.
I don't know. Like, I think what it stems from,
Yeah,
honestly,
you use whatever label you want for what you did. Go ahead.
whenever I was 17 and I had just started drinking, I would go to parties. I guess my idea of a party is I would drink until I would take my shirt off,
Yeah.
and then that's when the party would actually start because I was dumb.
Yeah.
No one liked it. I was the only one who got any
Come
satisfaction
on,
out of it.
guys. Remember my thing?
Just like just imagine this, but more frail and sickly looking with its shirt off.
Woo!
Blasted off like Malibu rum and Smirnoff Ice.
Nice.
It's yeah, I think that part of that just came out because I was so excited. I was excited to see the show. I was excited to see Carson. I was excited that you guys were there. Everything came up right that night.
Just a perfect storm for a little shirt off incident.
It was and I think the people around us.
I think they enjoyed it.
I don't
too.
think they hated it.
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
We didn't ask them specifically.
I took a survey afterwards.
Yeah.
5s all across the board.
Yeah. Who are your heroes?
I'm a big fan of Henry Rollins. I like Henry Rollins a lot. He's the frontman of Black Flag, and now he does a lot of spoken word things about traveling and learning and being more about yourself. That's a big one for me is Henry Rollins. I try not to put too much stock into people because people have a tendency to
several times.
Yeah, people have a tendency
One of my
to.
heroes is Bill Cosby.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, you learn to diversify your hero portfolio.
I mean, I think that one of my heroes growing up, who's not my hero any longer, was probably Darkwing Duck. I was a big fan of him.
That's a good one.
Like he stood in the face of everything.
Scrooge McDuck was one of my heroes.
Scrooge McDuck, that's like the Trumpet Ducks. That's like Duck Trump.
But he taught me to work smarter, not harder.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Plus, he took
Good
care of his
policy.
nephews. He was
a good guy.
He wasn't a bad guy. He was trying his best.
Yeah.
Like
He was trying to make Duckville great again.
I mean, he was oppressing the shit out of those mallards, though. But
I don't remember him oppressing mallards.
that was in the.
It's one of the outtakes.
That's in the director's cut Blu-ray edition.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, you got a deep cut on the DuckTales.
It's I got it from Russia. It was not worth it.
Yeah. What'd you trade it for?
I traded it for a bunch of pictures of my newborn daughter.
Good deal. Sounds like you got a good deal. Yeah.
I don't ask.
Yeah, these days it's digital copies.
Exactly.
It's not
I
like
have so
you're
many of
losing
them.
the picture of your daughter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like she looks so much different now.
Terrifying. Let's stop for a second and do some promotions before we move any further. I want to thank NCG Studios and the volunteer crew here and everything that they do. They're back there working hard, keeping this show going while Bill and I are up here chilling. That's how this show works, and we couldn't do it without them. So my hat's off and my love to them and everything that they're doing. These shows exist and run based upon the contributions of you, the fan, and we thank you and love you for every penny that you send us. We can't do it without it. We're a bit like public radio. We're just here. We're just people that have jobs besides this, but we love doing this, and it's going to take a lot to get us where we need to go. So go to ncgstudios.tv, hit that contribution button or hit the monthly contribution button and send us a little bit of love. Do you know what stone soup is, Bill?
Don't know what stone
Never heard the
soup is.
parable of stone soup?
No.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite parables, and it's been. I need to go back and read it again because it's been since a kid that it was told to me. Okay. But the story of stone soup starts with a village that where everybody is in the middle of a famine. Nobody really has any supplies are low. Nobody really has what it takes to make a meal. They're all just sort of existing off of scraps, etc. One day, a salesman shows up and he's trying to sell his wares, and a lady explains to him that they don't have any money to buy anything. They barely have anything to eat. So he begins to sell her on this idea of this magical stone soup. And he pulls out 3 stones from his bag, and he says, "Do you have just a pot and some hot water?" She says, "Sure." So she gets that. She gets the pot. She warms up the water. He throws the 3 stones in, and he begins to stir. And he says, "You know what goes great with some stone soup is maybe a little bit of onions. You know, anybody who has some onions." So she knows somebody that has onions. So they bring onions. They throw it in the stone soup.
Okay.
And she and she says, "You know what else might be good in the stone soup is a little bit of clove. I think Mr. Finnegan down the road has some clove, and so they call Mr. Finnegan. Mr. Finnegan comes and throws some stone soup, some clove into the stone soup. This goes on, and they figure out all the things that are going to go in the stone soup, and suddenly they have a soup that feeds the whole village.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the wonderful story of stone soup. That's what we're doing here.
That is what we're doing.
This is Stone Soup Broadcasting, guys. You know, we people walk in here, and some people think that we're just this rich broadcasting studio, but the people here have bled and sweat and cried and struggled. Go back, watch our library of videos, and go back, 5 years ago and see some of the stuff that we were creating. We've come a long ways, and we've got a long ways to go, and we hope that you can be a part of it. If you don't want to come up here and contribute your time as part of our volunteer crew or money, come up here and just be a part of the audience. Enjoy the show. These shows are free. We can use people sitting in the audience laughing and clapping for things. Carson's out there. You can't hear him because he doesn't know how to clap or laugh. Yeah, but we have a lot of fun here, no matter the size of the audience. This afternoon we have an audience of 1. Fantastic audience. Yeah, give us a hand, audience of 1. Yeah, work it. Next time you clap, sound like 2, please. Okay, it's not hard. But anyways, we got a lot of cool shows on NCG Studios. This morning we had This Versus That with Dr. Jones and Rondo. She's a conservative, he's a liberal. They're married. How does it work? It's impossible. Watch the show. You'll find out. Give you lots of ideas on how to argue civilly. And then after that is another show that I do called Quality Control. Bill and Carson were on that earlier. That was a great show.
That was a good one.
That was a lot of fun. And then we normally have Reflections. We didn't have it today. And then there's my show, which you're watching right now, 6 p.m. And then after that is The Place, where they talk philosophy, they talk religion, they talk politics. That's a fun show. So check them out. Subscribe to NCG Studios on Facebook and also on YouTube, that's where you'll get your live notifications. And let's see. I just want to give my son, Quantum MC, a shout out. If you like Minecraft videos, look him up. QUANTUMMC. That's a double M. And he loves Minecraft, and you will too. All right, man. We're back.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that.
What do you think of my promo spot?
I just want to say, Joey, I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
For everything that you're doing, and I love you so much, and I support you in anything that you want to do.
Wow, thank you. I love you too, Bill.
Yeah,
it's hard for comedians to get real. Are we getting real?
I mean, I'm
waiting for you to drop the other shoe.
Are you waiting for me to take my shirt off again?
Well, I think I strictly forbid you from
did.
doing that.
You said specifically that I can't do it, but I still kind of want to do it.
Yeah. Does he actually want me to? Is he saying that because he wants me to? Does he want nipples on his show?
Is there
taunting me?
No nipple policy?
You were the first comic that I saw when I showed up at the Blind Mule. The first time I showed up at Blind Mule, you're the first comic up on stage, and I walked in, and you were up there, and I said I was in trouble.
Yeah, I'm sorry you didn't see that.
No, you were great. You were I mean, it was new stuff. For first of all, I never heard your material, and you were really making me laugh. After our honeymoon period was over, I realized that, we got some great comics up here too, but you were bringing something that was so different that I was like, man, this guy is kind of on another level, and you are on another level. I still mean that. You're great. You're very talented. How long have you been doing comedy?
I think about a year and a half or so now, maybe 2 years. I did it beforehand for about a year, but I took a break because my daughter was born. I was like, I'm gonna be a good dad, and so did that. Made sure that she stayed alive for a good long time, and I jumped back on the train. I was lucky enough to be able to surround myself with people who have a good work ethic, like Mike Carson or like you or Zach or Zeke Buckholtz, and because I was able to do that, I feel like it's made me better. I really hope that you didn't come in whenever I was in my cum joke phase, though.
No, I don't think so.
Thank God. All right.
Yeah, I've only been around a few months.
Good. I went through a phase where I wrote a lot of cum jokes. I don't know why.
You ever get up and tell a dirty joke, and you're like, yeah, that's not me. Like, I've heard some people tell some dirty jokes, and he hit it, And I'll go, I mean, I do tell dirty jokes. Some of them work, but others I'll get up and I'll tell them, I'm like, that just doesn't fit me.
I mean, it depends on, what you can believe about yourself.
Can you sell it?
If I tell a joke about me, being this like
Yeah.
amazing lover or anything like
Everybody
that.
knows that you
It's
don't know
not
what
gonna,
cum looks like.
it's not gonna work. Because because of that. I don't know. I get a lot of homeless advice whenever I walk around downtown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
People think you're homeless?
yeah. I've had it happen 3 times so far. I know how to get a free bike if I pick up trash on the side of the road for
Wow.
2 hours.
That's a handy tip for anybody.
I know where to go if I need to sleep. And yeah, so
Heck yeah.
if anything,
Waterfront Rescue Mission, is that where they told you to go?
they told me not to go. Where was it? Something like Sacred Angel or something like
Oh,
that.
really?
I don't know. Hopefully, it never comes to that. But if it does, obviously, I'm not ready because I didn't remember the name of the place.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's all hope. Fingers crossed. Could happen.
I don't know.
How old's your daughter?
My daughter just turned 3 years old. So,
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
she's
walking, talking.
walking, talking.
Thank goodness.
She is.
Yeah, because I didn't. That wasn't a prepped question.
mean,
Could have been no.
It
Yeah.
definitely.
Thanks for
could've
asking.
been.
Yeah.
She
Yeah. Smart.
She's pretty smart. She's
Yeah.
pretty smart. She's
wouldn't tell me if she
she's
wasn't.
smart enough. I'm really, I shouldn't be, but I'm really proud of how good she is at lying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
So like she can keep track of her stories really well.
she's pretty good at it.
Obviously
Actually,
not good enough. You're spotting them.
well, I mean, like I can still find proof. Like, you can, if anyone lies, you can still like, if she says that she ate something, I can still look and see like, oh, she didn't eat
The
it.
key to catching kids in a lie is never explain to them how you caught them.
No,
Yeah.
that's like
They're
explaining how a magic
I have
trick
psychic
works.
powers as far as you're
Yeah,
concerned.
they have to think that you're like omnipotent.
I just like to look them straight in the eye and tell them exactly what the truth is and let them just wonder how I know. Yeah,
Just drop that on them and just let them figure everything in the middle out.
that's right. That's right.
I remember as a kid being convinced because I was not good at lying. I remember as a kid being convinced that like my mom had put in like cameras and mics
Yeah.
in places, and that's how she knew. In reality, I just
Right.
was just bad at
Not
it.
that great at it.
Yeah, it was less paranoia and more incompetence.
Do you yell at your kids?
Nah,
I do.
I don't. I don't yell.
Yeah.
I don't yell. I yell in my car when I'm alone, and that's about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I yell a lot in my car.
That's well. Hats off to you. I mean, I don't like that I yell, but sometimes I lose my shit. I guess I got anger issues.
I don't think you have anger issues. I think
Sure.
you haven't like
I mean, what else could cause me to explode on one of my kids?
there's differences between like yelling and like beating. Like there's
Sure, of course there is. Nobody say yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Bill. Difference between yelling and beating. Yeah. From child psychologist Bill Goodman.
I mean, I'm just saying, like I don't know. I got yelled at
Yeah, me
as
too.
a kid.
Me
like,
too. I mean, there's a gradations of we'll call it for the sake of comfort, unhealthy parental behavior.
Okay.
A spectrum from killing, that's the worst. Killing children,
pretty
that's the
bad.
worst.
Arguably bad.
To beating,
Okay.
to spanking, to yelling, to condescending. Really,
Okay,
frankly, we can be condescending to our kids and never yell and make them feel like less than nothing. Don't you think?
Oh no, I think it's.
No, I'm not saying we should.
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
no. I make fun of. I make fun of my daughter
Yeah.
a lot. Usually, it's all in good fun. But now, she might not get that.
Yeah,
she might not
yeah.
understand.
You gotta be careful with an adult's subtle, especially our subtle senses of humor.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I rely on somebody to understand that there's no way I would say something this ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't crack a grin, or I noticed that about you too. Like you sat like for 5 minutes one night at back porch just trying to lay some bullshit story on me, and Carson was trying to protect me, like explaining to me that
That
this wasn't
snitch.
true, and I'm like, clearly it's not true.
I know. Part of the fun is, the story. Like, it's just fun to. It's fun to pretend.
You start with something believable and see how far you can get to the unreal before somebody's going, come on.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. Sometimes it gets real though. I was in high school and the marine biology department built this like little pit that they were growing algae in or something like that.
Yeah.
Where I went to high school, our mascot was the gator. So I started a rumor that that was where they were going to put our new mascot, a little baby pet alligator that they would walk across the field, and that they
Oh,
were going to
shit.
call it the Gator Pit. And
That's funny.
towards the end of the year, I was in ROTC, so we were like, the janitors of the high school. We would clean out everything. And I was cleaning out some back room, and I found a sign that said, "Welcome to the Gator Pit." And I was like, I made it. I did it.
Nice.
So sometimes lies become true. I don't know. Lies aren't always lies.
So you think that they got the Gator Pit from you?
I'm gonna tell
positive.
myself. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell myself that
Yeah.
because it makes me feel good.
Plausible. Absolutely plausible. Yeah. I just thought that you prophesied about the Gator Pit. Yeah. But either way, cool story.
I don't know. I like.
What did you think you were going to be in high school? What did you think you were going to be when you graduated?
I thought I was gonna be a journalist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote a lot. I wrote for my high school paper. I wrote several blogs. I wrote for music review publications. I thought I was going to do that. Then I found out that a bunch of journalists get beheaded, and I was like, "It's not for me. I don't want to do that."
Comedian's better.
Comedian's better.
Did you go from journalist to comedian, or journalist to, I don't know? for a long time?
Journalist to I worked in a Verizon call center for
Oh, yeah.
2 years. That was kind of not fun. Now I do IT stuff, and I do that to facilitate the comedy stuff.
Nice. I volunteered for these guys for, I guess, about 10 years or so. This is where I learned how to program, nonlinear editing, effects compositing, started learning music composition, sound design, stuff like that. Learned all that here just from that guy back there telling me what to do, even though I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
just
I
figuring
mean,
it out.
sometimes that's all you need.
Then I became a pre-pressman for a while up here at Deluxe Printing. Boop boop. Shout out, they're still there.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, pre-pressman for them for a little while, and then I got into graphic and web design as a career, and then I got into freelancing, and now that's kind of sort of where I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, freelancing is a good place to be.
It was very good for a while, but the industry isn't what it used to be.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I mean,
terrifying.
are you having to like
What will I do?
break other people's legs like to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
no big deal.
I can feel that.
By the way, thank you for coming.
I mean, I was like, I don't know.
You can live without your legs.
Plenty of people do.
Yeah. Who's your favorite band? Who are your favorite bands?
My favorite band is probably Weezer.
Weezer?
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
Weezer.
I like Weezer.
Weezer's fantastic. Big fan of ska music. Like ska, it's
Yeah.
a problem for some people, but whatever. Sugarland Manifesto, I like them a lot. I like a bunch of post-rock bands. Favorite one is probably Godspeed You, Black Emperor.
Yeah, Russell introduced me to those guys.
They are fantastic.
Yeah, they
I love
are.
them. They just came out with a new album.
Yeah, look
came
'em
out
up.
on my daughter's birthday, and it was a great day. Them and I had a discussion with you today about how I think that the best song written in the past 15 years was "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
Oh yeah.
But then you brought up Buttermilk Biscuits, and oh
Yeah.
my God.
I didn't know that this was such an unknown thing. Yeah, look up Sir Mix-a-Lot Buttermilk Biscuits, classic rap performance by legendary rap artist Sir
I
Mix-a-Lot.
wish we had to play the Buttermilk Biscuits right now.
Yeah, hell yeah. They were free in his song. Yeah, love it.
He knew what was going on.
Yeah, he knew the hookup. You ever go to Hardee's and get a buttermilk biscuit and gravy?
I always feel like I'm not enough of a man to eat at Hardee's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
No, they'll just give it to you.
I know that they'll just give it to me, but like all their commercials feel like there's like if you don't eat at Hardee's, like you're a Thai lady boy or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Even this lady can eat this 3 stacks of meat and bread.
yeah,
This thing that's dripping grease all over her, and I'm like, I don't want to make a mess.
like it's the same like weird masculine overtones are in like truck commercials where it's like, oh, if you don't get our truck, you got a small dick. Like that's what I don't want to buy into that marketing.
Yeah.
So like it's just a principle. I don't know.
Yeah, but Hardee's is naturally delicious. You can't afford a truck, to be quite frank. Yeah, but Hardee's is scrumptious and delicious. So if that's a judgment of penis size, then I just naturally enjoy Hardee's, so I'm fine. Yeah. So you never tried their biscuits and gravy? Oh man,
I've not.
delicious.
I've had some of their burgers.
It's like two. It's
the
like
burgers
$2.
are pretty good. The
Yeah.
burgers are pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just they have a weird marketing campaign. It makes me uncomfortable. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. Oh, you got to. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I gotta do anything.
don't
I don't think I. Are you sponsored by
you
Hardee's?
You gotta try.
Does that explain
Gotta
all the
try
Hardee's
Carl's
bags I
Jr.
saw?
Carl's Jr. Yeah. Have you ever had a Slotsky sandwich?
No, what's that?
You ever had a Slotsky sandwich?
I don't know.
Oh, what are those sandwiches based on?
What's a Slotsky?
Oh man, it's on sourdough bread. It has olives, lettuce, and tomatoes, and ham, and turkey, and salami. It's just this fantastic. I don't know if it has salami on it, but it's a fantastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really eat ham or salami, but
yeah, it's based on a sandwich that they made in New Orleans. They invented in New Orleans, but I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. Oh well.
what's called New Orleans sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. New Orleans sandwich. It's called. Gosh darn it, I can't remember. Anyways, who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian.
You can name more than one. Just tell me why.
It's weird because a lot of people don't like him.
You can say it.
It's probably Joey Livingston.
I am your favorite comedian. What's your favorite joke of mine?
My favorite. Actually, I really like the Siri Jesse Nicholas Brace joke.
Oh,
I
really?
actually really like that joke.
Yeah, there's something about that joke, man. I've only told it twice. That's what Ryan brought. Ryan Adams. Yeah, he brought up my Jesse Nicholas Brace joke. I explained to him. That was the time I told it at the Mule was the last time I told it. I feel like
I like that joke.
that joke has no punchline. And I feel like it's all about delivery. If you can't deliver it, if you can't deliver it. It's not a deadpan joke. It's not. There's nothing structurally about it that makes fun that is naturally funny, except that it's annoying.
I think I think that what's funny to me about it is the evolution of tone throughout the joke. That's what I like about
just
it.
getting angrier and angrier at Siri.
And my second favorite comedian is I like Chris Rock a whole lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, Chris Rock is where I would stay up late
for a long time too.
and Chris Rock would be on HBO and I would watch that as a kid and be like, oh.
Yeah, I saw him at the Comedy Cellar in New York City.
How was that?
It was awesome. He walked in unexpectedly. It was. I mean, that's how he has to do it. He just dropped in. Yeah, and he was trying new stuff. So that was cool.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that sounds like magical. Like, what was he doing? Like off the book, or was he like?
Yeah, he was doing all new stuff. He was trying stuff that wasn't like some of it wasn't funny.
Good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he was doing like open mic shit.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah,
actually,
it was amazing. And I got a fist bump from him when he walked out. I was like,
oh my God!
Yeah, give me a fist bump.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of those.
that
All right,
is the
second
Chris
hand.
Rock. Yeah,
Second hand.
Yeah, some of his DNA is still there.
Ooh, save that for whenever you commit a murder.
It's been years. The ultimate framing. Well, we are running up to the end of the show here, Bill. This has been a nice, chill conversation that we've had here. Have you had fun?
I've had a lot of fun
All day long.
Oh yeah, it's been a great
What's
day.
your tattoo say there?
This says the Earth is not a cold, dead place.
Nice.
Because I like being alive.
Still believe that?
It's pretty dope. Oh, yeah.
You got a pretty optimistic view about life?
I feel like I'm pretty okay. I feel like I'm pretty okay about things. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Not everyone
scary.
in this world is trash. I'm lucky enough that I know good people like you and like Carson and
thanks. You
my
too.
friends and most of my friends. Some of them are real bad.
Some of my friends are real bad.
I got
Watch
real
out
bad
for my
friends.
buddies.
Got real bad friends. Is it okay if I plug something?
Absolutely.
All right.
Plug more than one thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
Hit it.
Carson Taylor and I are going to be
Don't
going
plug
on
Carson.
tour.
No, sorry.
Well, it's a collective thing. Carson Taylor and I are going on tour, Deep Fried Dumpster Dads tour. We're going to start on October 5th, keep on going till October 21st. We're going all out and about. We're going left. I'm going to call it left. We're going left to Austin, up to Atlanta and Tennessee, and right into Florida.
You're going right
We're
sometimes too.
We're going, yeah.
Left and right.
You can keep up with either one of us,
All
whichever
over
one you
the
prefer.
left, all over the right. They're touring.
Yeah, we're going to
Yeah,
be.
not as far as the left coast, but
We're-
maybe sometimes the right coast.
We're just going to hit I-10 left and keep on going.
Yeah, I-10 left.
But
Good one.
we're really excited.
Anything else you want to plug?
This show is great.
Thank you.
I like this show.
Watch this show, guys, if you haven't already. Rewind it. Watch it. You know, your tattoo reminds me of one of my favorite radio headlines, which says, it's from Numbers. It says, we are of the earth, to her we do return. The future's inside us, it's not somewhere else.
I like that.
Yeah.
I can feel that. Like, because it's all about what you. If I'm reading this correctly, it's all about what you make of things and what you determine you want to do.
Yeah.
It's not so much the pressures of the world around.
Sometimes we feel like the future's sort of in charge of us, but we are the life that comes out of the earth. Like the earth is full of life, and here we are, we're conscious human beings. We came from the earth, so we're at this part of the earth is actually conscious, smart, and so the future, you know, is inside the living, moving parts of this earth.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's how I read it.
No, I like that a lot. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. We are the future.
We are the world.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. I don't know how that song doesn't even rhyme.
I don't think I'm making anyone's day
I don't think
brighter.
I said the lyrics right. No.
I think you said the lyrics better.
Okay. Now comes the time in the show when I serenade the guest hosts. Bill, I hope you enjoy this song. I told Bill earlier that I'm running out of songs, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of songs. I'll probably play some of the old songs again. All right, let's see how this goes. Getting good sound back there, guys? Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Oh boy, it's been a long time since I sang this song.
You got it.
Oh, I got it. Yeah! I'm back on track, guys. Take a look. It's in a book. Track here. Reading Rainbow. I can do anything. Take a look. It's in a book. Boy, I'm really messing up that part. Damn it. Bill, I can go anywhere, friends to know, ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can do anything, take a look, it's in a book, reading Rainbow.
Damn, that makes me want to learn how to read.
That's why I picked the song for you, buddy. Yeah.
That's really good.
You've done really, really great with literacy over the years. Yeah. But we're going to start learning to sound it out, okay, Bill?
I'm going to do
All right. What's the first letter of the alphabet say?
you.
All right, Jack, fade this fucker out. Great show.